welcome y'all to St. Bernard Acres. This is our little hill out here. I'll describe it a bit. We have a total of 10 acres out here. We're in Guernsey County, in the southeast corner of Guernsey County. And if you went down the hill in that direction, took the road all the way around our property and on down the hill, we'd be in Noble County. So we're down in the corner of Guernsey County. It's probably 30 to 35 miles northwest of Marietta in southeast Ohio, which is where St. Bernard Acres is. And we have a little over 10 acres, maybe 10 and a half acres. And the place next to us is a little over 12 acres. When they were selling this, we came out here and looked at that property and walked it, made a decision to go ahead and buy that one, and drove back to Wheeling. We're about 65 miles from where we live in Wheeling. So we drove back, called the lady and said we would go ahead and take it. And she said we were about 30 minutes too late because somebody had just called and decided to buy it. And she asked us if we looked at the part with the barn on it instead of the one with the house. So, you know, we hadn't paid it any mind. But we came back out here Sunday. You know, we looked at that on a Saturday and missed it. So we came back out here Sunday and walked through this, and then got to walk through that barn. And the barn was amazing. And I think the layout of the property was a lot better. And we decided we'd rather have this one anyway. So we called her from here. I didn't wait till we got back into Wheeling. I went ahead and called her from here and told her we'd take it. So, and it's kind of funny, my neighbor who bought that tract over there, we were talking, and I told him I missed it by about 30 minutes. He had called about 30 minutes ahead of me, and he said he brought his brother out here on Sunday and showed him this piece of property, and his brother decided to buy it, so they called her, and she told him the same thing. I had called about 30 minutes earlier and told her I was going to take this. So it worked out better. We like this property better. One of the problems with that one, I mean, besides the old farmhouse that needs to be torn down, there's one of those giant electric transmission lines with the big poles, big metal poles that run down basically the middle of that property over there, and they have to keep a right-of-way cleared for the electric company. And we don't have that here. We don't have to worry about anybody coming onto our property for anything. So we're real happy we bought this. We're on top of a hill out here, which I don't know if you can, yeah, you can kind of see. We're up in the hills. Two good things about that. Unless you know it's up here, you don't come up on top of this hill. So we're happy about that. There's a neighbor, I guess our closest neighbor. You've seen the ride. If you saw that video of the ride coming up here, you could see down the bottom of the hill over there are people. And you go all the way around this property. Our road frontage basically runs the whole front of it all the way around to the back side. Back over in that corner over there is where the first property with anybody living on it. So we're pretty secluded up here, and because we're up on top of the hill, we have wind. There's always pretty much always a steady breeze up here, and our idea with going solar and wind with a couple of wind turbines on top of that barn It'll have good clean air and a steady breeze, a constant breeze. So as far as generating electricity, we're going to do really good with this piece of property. And there's enough flat area back behind the barn, and then it drops down a little level, and there's another big flat area before it drops down into the valley. About, I'd say, out of the 10 acres, probably 3 of it is really good level, I mean workable type land. The rest of it goes down into a valley and up the other side to the ridge back behind us. We own all of that. And you can see on some of my videos where we've cleared where our property line is. And to make a homestead, I mean, you don't need, massive amounts of acreage. What we're going to be working with is probably going to be an acre and a half. The rest of it's just simply going to be left untouched the way it is. We'll go through, clear out all the downfall, cut that timber for firewood, and we're surrounded by 157 acres of property that's owned by a hunting club. It's a private club that owns this, and they come out and they use it twice a year. 2 weeks out of the year. That's the only time it ever really sees any use. And in talking with the guy down the hill, he said, get a hold of these people once we move out here. And they would love to have somebody go through and clear all their downfall out and keep it kind of cleared up. So any trees we need, any firewood we need, if we feel like doing our own, we could just go over there and cut it and bring it back here. So that's going to come in pretty handy. But it's a 3-year plan to get us going. And man, it's a little chilly out here. It's probably 40, but with the breeze, you can see the flag blowing. So we got a breeze. It makes it a little chillier. But this is St. Bernard Acres. This is our property. I've had a lot of questions about, where it is, how big is it. We bought it in November of 2012. And we have, a 3-year plan. Once, we got the property and, started getting it cleared up and everything. I'm looking at another 2 to 3 years of building, getting septic in, getting, electric taken care of, be it bringing it in from the co-op out here or with my own, I don't know yet which, and getting a well put in. And over the next 2 or 3 years, getting the septic in, getting a well. There's a well right across the property line. I mean, it's like probably 20 feet on the other side of the property line is the well for the farmhouse and everything. And they only went down 100 feet. They drilled the well 100 feet. They found water at 28 feet. So it's not going to be too expensive to get the well done and get that part of it set up. There is at least one natural spring on this property, but it's way over on the other side of the valley on that end of the property. So it's not, I'm not going to go develop it and put a ramjet pump or whatever it's called, pumping up to here. I can just put in a well. You saw the 2 solar panels I bought and batteries to experiment with solar and figure out how all this works. So I'll just build me a little well house and run it with that 1 solar panel and battery. That'll take care of the electric that I need for the well. And I don't know, it's just nice. It used to be, most of this was grazing land for the farm. That's why the barn's here and the stable's underneath the barn. I guess for the cows. And it's grown wild over the last 25 years. Nobody's been out here except the hunters, and they've for the last 20 years gotten accustomed to coming over here to hunt and going in the barn because it's been vacant. And we've had a little bit of problem with hunters that still don't realize yet that we've bought this and we don't want any hunting on it. We've got some signs posted. We've got to post more signs over the next couple years, but they're figuring it out. And my neighbor now, I've got somebody that lives over there full time, and he keeps an eye on things, and he'll let them know that this is now private property. It's not just vacant property. Somebody's actually developing it. But that's it. I wanted to give you a little description of St. Bernard Acres and where we are. A lot of people have asked, and I figured I had to make this new channel, so I may as well put up. I've got about 50 videos up on it now. I've had this channel active for about a week, and trying to transfer all some of the videos from the other channel over to here. A lot of them I'm just dumping. They were dumb videos that I was just trying to fill in time. But this is it. This will be home someday, and that's my welcome to you and my description of it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. I really appreciate it, and liking my videos, and give me suggestions. That's what it's here for. That's what St. Bernard Acres channel is all about. That's what I want. I want it to become a community. I want other homesteaders and preppers and bug out location people and all this stuff. Let's have dialogue and make suggestions in my comments, and I'll reply to them, and tell me things that you would do or how you would do something. I'll show you how I'm doing it, and if I'm doing it wrong, tell me I'm doing it wrong so I don't have to go sit here with dumb things. If I'm doing something wrong, it's because I don't know the right way to do it. Other than what I've learned from all y'all's channels, and that's a big thing. I appreciate having all these channels. I appreciate all the people I'm subscribed to, and we can keep this thing going, grow this community. There's a lot of good channels out there that I watch regularly, and that's what we have it for. Let's take advantage of it while we got it. You guys can help me out here. But this is Joe off the grid from St. Bernard Acres. I'm out.